Yo, welcome back to the podcast. Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming back again. Me and Titan, we out here tonight. Beautiful sunny South Australia, looking at the sky, as we always do. You know how it goes. Tonight, Elon's about to launch one of them rockets out here, and we're about to take a look. It's pretty crazy, so yeah, well, here we go.
Word up.
Anyway, Hayden, how you doing today?
Fantastic.
All right, we're back, eh? Bit of historical digging again, but we're starting off with the beautiful launch of the Falcon Heavy back in whenever it was launched. Time's done a doozy on us lately, so we're not really clear on the dates, but it was definitely launched at one point, allegedly, and it took a car to space, and we've all seen the footage of that, and there was a mouse on the exhaust of the fucking rocket.
And here we go. This is before P900 cameras, allegedly. So
No, not at all.
I don't know why they have to record it from so far away, but
It's
surely
just a fucking.
surely they could have got a closer look.
It's just a television camera. It's like it's
no,
not,
but this is a long take. This
is-
is a one take.
This is Bakersfield News. We out here tonight. We just looking at this rocket Elon got going up here. It's going up pretty slow. I don't really know what I'm looking at here, but yeah, there's a rocket. It's going up, and we gonna observe it and see what goddamn happened here with this rocket.
That's one of the biggest rockets ever launched from Earth. That's the Falcon Heavy.
Allegedly.
That's what we're witnessing right now. So essentially, it's getting up, 200,000 feet.
It's going 5,000 feet a second, Hayden. 5,000 feet a goddamn second. Can you see how fast that thing is going? That is unbelievable. The traction that has in the atmosphere is just testament to everything man has done here on this earth.
Now, the reason why we see it turn off allegedly is because of the curve of the Earth. But when we zoom in a little bit...
Are you trying to say that
So notice how they zoom in now?
it has to go around the earth several times before it can leave the atmosphere, Hayden? That's just how it works. I'm not sure what you're trying to get to here, brother. It definitely didn't just bounce off something and create something that looks like a jet boat skiing across the borders or some kind of thing like that.
Definitely looks like a serious
Did
vapor
it just
trail.
skip like a stone? Did that just skip like a goddamn stone?
Certainly looks like it's skidding across a wake.
So tonight on the podcast, we're going to have a look at Sydney and Melbourne and a few other places around and might even have a lucky phone call in from old Terrence, because we've heard he's out and about.
He's actually been hiding.
I don't know if any of you all know, but, pretty ridiculous conspiracy that Terrence McKenna died of a mushroom-shaped tumour in the frontal cortex of his brain.
I heard that one.
It's about as crazy as, thinking that this fucking thing went to space when it's obviously skimming off the waters above. Unbelievable.
Certainly looks like it's hit some sort of hard, fast barrier at this point where it's
hit the
skidding.
It's hit the barrier hard and fast, it has. No.
Notice how it looks like water splashing around the cylindrical object.
Bro, what are you talking about, bro? Are you fucking crazy or what, man? Do you believe in fucking Santa or something? The fuck, man? Yeah, look at Santa and Rudolph coming to deliver your presents, mate. Fucking dogs. Yeah, nah, it's skimming off the roof.
It looks amazing, doesn't it?
It does look amazing, Hayden. It does. It's beautiful. It looks like they've tried to create that picture from the fucking Egyptian thing and, the V shape flying through the sky. It's a fucking historical thing, allegedly. I don't know, whatever, dude. Look at those two stars. The crazy part, when they zoom out here and they show how it's like a pyramid. The moon, the vapor trail. The vapor trail is amazing.
So here's the thing. They're allegedly still within Earth's atmosphere at this point.
They are.
Because if they were out of Earth's atmosphere, we wouldn't be able to see their jet propulsion pushing against
I think it takes
particle or any
there's
force.
that fucking pyramid. Look at it. It's like a pyramid.
Mm.
Allegedly, that's broken through
With
now.
the moon.
That's supposed to have broken through, but it fell down, dude. Like, there's other footage of it. I'm not going to pull it up on that UAP dude's channel. He's got other footage of it, like, falling down from the sky on the other side.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Whatever, dude. It's fucking crazy. Even the way the moon's there like that. That's fucking bullshit.
I can't get any help because Victoriana is being pulled down. I made a movie in San Francisco recently, and some of the great Victorian architecture in San Francisco is being pulled down. And they're building huge, great cement
High rises, yeah.
Certainly.
They're very good at that, though. You know.
No, but in
the
their place.
plumbing is-
But it is a shame, because nobody's into Victorian architecture. In England, if it's Georgian or it's Tudor, then everybody keeps it alive and they say it's a pity because the trucks come through. I believe that Victorian architecture should be kept alive. And I asked
Why?
because I believe that, madam, in another 100 years' time, people are going to say, did you just leave me the ashes of the earth? Or did you leave me a house? And I believe that at the end of the last century and the beginning of this, some people made, in opinions of most, ugly buildings. But I believe that Victoriana, come another 100 years' time, is going to be of sufficient importance that maybe our great-grandchildren will
Should
applaud.
have something to look at.
Yes, and that seems to strike a heavy note, but I do. And so I have...
Oliver, could I take a second of your time? Just a second.
Second, madam, you've taken most of the show. I know you've got to go to the theatre.
I know when my little girl, who's gorgeous now, 22.
Okay, so now you have the tone. Just sit back and keep your jolly mouth shut. No.
But in all honesty, welcome.
Welcome. Here we are looking at some mansions that were built around the time all the time.
Come with us through a journey through time and history.
You see, there's so many mansions in Melbourne. It's hard to fathom. And if we take aside all the other architecture that was created at a time such as this, and not this is just one of the houses, but if we put it all together, if we compile it all together, we get a different picture.
Welcome to Swanson Street. And essentially, we're going to take a nice little gander through the cities, starting in Melbourne. And we're going to visit some times, let's just say, unfamiliar to the modern era. And a welcome glance back.
Yes. It's 1873, and we've created quite a lot so far. As you can see, we have our horse and buggies. We have a few cars. And,
Electronic tram.
yes, before General Motors came here, we had quite a few of them. It was one of our specialties, actually, laying tram tracks and building mansions, of course, but that's a side note. We're just giving you an example of the standard that people lived at. This is the standard of the life in Australia at the time. You're expected a mansion, Labasa, Leora, as you see, they're in alphabetical order, Loreto. They all come one after the other. Norwood, Brighton. That's two areas in South Australia. This is the, I can't see that one. Ozone Coffee. Yes. We really do have quite a selection of houses to live in here, and you shall get one upon your arrival. We have electricity, as you can see, with the wires.
And Stoopsy, notice how the architecture raises the human spirit.
It definitely does. I feel myself quite manic just witnessing it, even in the old photography stylings of the day.
Completely empty cities.
It's just a house on Spring Street.
Not completely, but very.
Yeah, not completely empty, but a bit vast if you ask me. As we've seen in the late 1800s, there was but 6 million people in Australia. At the
6
time.
million?
6 million, I tell you. 1883, there was 6 million people. No, I think I'm wrong. I'll have to pull that up. Get back to me later.
The dates are always a little bit mashed together, considering history as we know it is grabbled, as we say.
At the end of the day, most of these buildings were built within a 1 to 2 year period, from start to finish. From the day the foundation stone was laid, they had 2 years to build it, and they did it in that time. And we haven't really questioned it so far, but we believe they did it. That building, that 18 months maximum. That building, it might have taken the 24, the full 24. This one here, 24 months, easy. Bang it up, done. Bang it up, done. You work construction, Megsy. In today's age, you know it's possible.
Yes, and I can say that nothing is impossible, just the possibility is determined by the human spirit and the mind. Believe it
Or not. Anyways, here we are. With some footage that was filmed upon the top of a Sydney tram in 1906, reminiscent of the footage that was recorded in San Francisco around the same time before the Great Fires.
Is that so?
It is so.
The Great Reset of San Francisco.
Yes, and here we are doing much the same thing. Once again, we could speculate about the parading, the small child riding his bicycle in the front of the tram. And
Notice the power stations left and right of the road.
yes, well, we would...
The electronic trams, the motor cars.
Well, unlike San Francisco and Australia, we
Very
didn't have
advanced.
the cable cars, did we? We didn't have the hills. But we had electric around the same time. So you tell me how the technology made its way out wherever we are, south, around the other side of the earth, upside down, inside out. Our toilets go the other way around.
Was that
Well,
a horse and buggy?
It was a horse and buggy, and it appears we still are on, in fact, horse and buggy. And electric trams. Horse and buggy and electric trams makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? No problem. No problems with that one. On to Jack Johnson. The first ever heavyweight boxer from... the first ever black heavyweight boxer that won the world championship
Taking on Tommy Burns of Canada.
of Canada, you motherfucker. He's a Canadian from Canada.
Doesn't matter where he's from.
The Australians, I tell you what, Canada.
But essentially...
That's more
this
hilarious
is,
than bringing this man all the way out to Australia to beat up a Canadian.
But isn't it interesting that it's a prize fight of the modern era? It's just... It's a business. We're being flown out here for the show. Jack Johnson
Jack Johnson, he's doing some star jumps. He's
getting a good workout
getting
in.
loose. Bit of,
Working the clinch.
bit of the old
Dirty boxing.
don't try to drag me down. Bit of the old
Necktie, hey? Double necktie. Let's see what you got, white boy.
The reverse noose, they call it. No. No.
Take over, becoming the first black heavyweight champion of the world.
He came over here and he stole that title. He stole it off that man.
Robbed
Fair
you?
and square. He took his eye off the ball, didn't he?
That's an Australian pit bull. The dog in the background, I mean. A staffy, at least.
Yes. They flocked, didn't they?
Daylight savings. A new concept. Thousands of people smocked to the beach. Flock.
Thousands of people believed that there was more light because they were told there was. It was one of the first great psyops of the CIA daylight savings.
Why? No sunshine?
No, because effectively there was no more extra sunshine. They just convinced them that the time was different. Touche.
Well done. Well played.
Well played.
Further outsyncing our circadian rhythm, I believe.
Yes. It's all about that psychological warfare at the
Disrupting the conscience of man.
Here we have one of the early hackers. We're not sure if this is some kind of humiliation ritual or what, but this is what we have. This is what we've been given. This is the first haka. I've seen the haka myself, and
What's the matter, you? Hey, hey. Obviously not. It's not. They're not too phased at this point. These Aussies, but you know, it wasn't the best haka. We've seen better haka.
I think the deal was when they did the haka that they had to like bend over on all fours and show their butts to the police before they started the haka, because I never seen that one before. So that kind of took the sting out of it. When I played for Australia and I saw the haka, I was like, damn, I wish we had something like that, a gay ass anthem. Advance Australia fair.
Real.
With golden soil. Oh my God.
The haka's full on. You see a lot of passion.
If you ever have to play another international team, and you like play China or something, or some Eastern European team, and you see their national anthem, and you're like, oh no, that's a war march. And I was just like, we're so lucky, everything is great, we're surrounded by, we're girt by something. How many people do you know that are girt by something?
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know what, mate? I'm kind of sick of this shit, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm talking to you about, mate?
I know what he's saying. Let's say.
Everywhere we look, all around the fucking world, man, we see the same shit. Everywhere. Look at these fucking buildings, man. Look at them. The fucking same fucking building here, same there, everywhere, man. Cool. We got these ones. They got these boats, these fucking steam boats.
It's the Sydney Harbour, y'all.
It's a Sydney fucking harbour, man. I would never have guessed, man. Bushell's tea, man. Okay, Bushell's is a good tea from Australia, man, but
Well,
I don't know what the
yeah.
fuck this Danish ass motherfucking building that looks like it's fucking acetane, man.
High ceilings, y'all.
These cockroaches, look at them crawling through the city, man. Yeah, I want to make this. I want some money, man.
People travel in, people travel out,
have
yeah.
some trams, man. Look at the way they turn, man.
The Central Railway Station.
Okay. We got
It's 27 platform faces in 14 other tracks and the largest railway passenger terminal in the British Empire.
I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, man. That's a fucking castle.
That's like a mini Big Ben.
That looks like a little mini Big Ben, man. That looks like a little fucking mini Big Ben. That's a fucking little mini Big Ben. What the fuck, man?
It's a little mini Big Ben, y'all.
Here we have hey, look, man, we got a little fucking furniture discount place here. It's fucking 27 stories high. Fucking Wembley. Cockroaches. Oh no, look. Oh, okay.
Sydney University main building.
Now we have a little castle. We have a little castle.
They just make a little
castle.
Si casa.
A little castle. Mi casa, your casa.
Su casa.
No worries, man. We build this one up, no problem, man. 16 months, man. We make it bottom to top. No problem, man. We're gonna make it just like this one here. We did it a few months ago, man. Just me and Hayden, man. Here, it took us maybe 7-8 weeks, man. We put it up there. Bam, man. We've done it, man.
Take money from the central bank, y'all.
I don't know why they wanted the windows
Commonwealth.
so small. They wanted the windows so small, man. They want them so small. It's Australia, man. It's fucking hot up in this bitch. And they want those small windows. We give them. Doesn't matter. You want Spire? We'll give you Spire. You want some fucking clock action? You want to get that fucking stone look? That ancient stone look? We got it for you, brother.
Sydney Post Office, the largest in Australia.
Yeah.
largest buildings.
You want that Tartarian facade. You want that ancient fucking Gothic look, that Gothic revival. If you want that fucking antiquity shit, we got it for you. We can do it. Slick emotions. We do the fucking curves. We do the fucking dots. We don't know what they're about, but we'll do them. We'll do them. We don't know if they'll heal you or not. We can't give you the promises of the Gothic architects. But what we can do is we can give you that fucking Gothic, that crazy ass Victorian. If you want the Victorian, we can give you that. We can give you any era. You want just basic ass colonial shit, go to someone else, man. They'll build you a fucking cottage. Alright? They'll build you a fucking cottage. You want a castle? Come to us. We got the biggest walls. We got the biggest walls. That Greco-Roman shit. Homies driving by. It's 2022.
Originally created, everybody thought, to be a disaster relief agency. It isn't. The real purpose of FEMA was to bring about the new world order in the United States. They are part of a bigger, wider agenda that includes Bill Gates, other billionaires throughout the world, Fauci, Burke, that you see standing beside Donald Trump mostly every day in these last few months. Work with Gates are part of planning this so-called pandemic that is not a true pandemic. It's a live exercise. If you check the internet, you'll find back in March, there was Secretary of State Pompeo on a news conference with President Trump standing right beside him. He slipped and he mentioned that we were in a live exercise pertaining to COVID-19.
We're in a live exercise here to get this right. We're in a live exercise here to get this right.
A live exercise pertaining to COVID-19. Do you know what a live exercise is? It's a military exercise. They never dreamed that the world...
Hello?
Terrence, is that you?
Who is this?
It's Hayden from the Megs and Stews podcast.
Hayden. Oh, Hayden. Hello. How are you?
Fantastic.
It's very late. What is the meaning of the call?
Well, I've just been watching...
Are you nervous, Hayden?
Maybe a little for the future.
Well, I would imagine that you would be, as being that I'm supposed to have been dead for over 10 to 12 years now. I've forgotten. I've been out here for a long time in the outback of Australia. It's quite the place.
Well, I've heard you've been spending much time out here, especially during the lockdowns and the pandemics and
What's this you speak of?
the petulance, Terrence. The petulance, the first horseman of the apocalypse.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. I've been out here a long time. I've been doing secret men's and women's business. I've been doing lots of things, but not keeping up to date with the news. Can you inform me of what has gone on in the last few years here, Hayden?
Well, it's a long story, Terrence. But essentially, we're witnessing biblical philosophy.
Such as?
The fourth horseman scorching the earth, cleansing for anew.
So they've started the campaign, I would suggest.
Well, the first horseman is essentially...
As I said, Hayden, they've started the campaign of the depopulation, haven't they? They sent me on this mission, reverse mission, whatever you want to call it, telling everybody not to have babies because there was going to be too many people, didn't they? We've all heard the lectures. We've all listened to them, haven't we? There's no problem. We all know what I'm talking about when I encouraged everybody not to have children. That was one of my main sticks.
do 5 grams of mushrooms in the dark and don't have children. Well, after being out here with the Aboriginal people for quite some time now, I see the necessity for procreation, one shall say.
Well, I'm glad that you've come to that realization, because the first horseman was petulance. The second
Oh,
horseman...
don't give me your goddamn Bible shit here. I've been out here in the motherfucking dream time, bitch. Who the fuck do you think you are, Meggans?
Well, essentially, to ignore the parables and the messages encoded within them would be foolish, considering that the people upstairs, and you both know that I know, that you know that I know that you know, that there is people upstairs programming and watching and controlling society. And if you do not pay attention and understand what is happening, you are a far better worse loss than if you would be if you had known.
It's not recording.
Well, you see, at the end of the day, when you want to question me on these terms, you're calling up Terence McKenna. Everyone thought I haunted the halls of the internet. Well, actually, I'm just here in the outback of Australia.
He's been here the entire time.
I've been here the whole time. That's the craziest thing about this whole situation.
Terence McKenna is alive and well.
Yes, I am. If you would like to add me on Instagram, it's Terence McKenna is alive and well. on TikTok, Terence McKenna is alive and well. Terence McKenna is alive and well.com.au, because I'm in Australia. I still, out of all the words that I wrapped my tongue around, Australia is still one of the hardest, aside from Melbourne. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Anyways, so I'm alive.
And thanks for tuning in. Hopefully there'll be plenty of times you'll be able to...
The thing is, I spoke about this coronavirus type nonsense, but nobody listened. The only thing they wanted to hear from me was to take 5 grams of dried mushrooms in the dark, alone. It's a sad, sad thing that I lived my life. I went from the birth to the grave, never having really been myself. And from the afterlife, I would like to tell everybody, please, you don't have to take 5 grams of mushrooms to be cool. You don't have to smoke DMT. As I said, when the alleged tumor was consuming my brain, which it never really did. It never really did. I said to you all, I said, you don't have to do it. You'll get it naturally on the natch. I didn't mean to tell you all that you wouldn't get it on the natch. Everybody gets it on the natch one time or another. There's so many things to this life, and it's not all about doing psychedelics. I mean, we can have such a broader experience. I mean, the Kaikian, it was a thing, you know. They did it. They went to the caves. They drank the fucking ergotamite brew. They did it all. But it's not the essence of life. You don't have to just do psychedelics. And that's what made me so sick. That's why I messaged Hayden and told him, call me right now. Because I was watching live. I saw this terrible Joe Rogan. I saw what Joe Rogan was doing. I've seen it. He's telling all the youth to go and smoke DMT. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, this is out of control.
That's why I messaged you, Hayden. I told you, call me if you have a problem. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm dead. I'm allegedly dead, but I'm back. Okay.
Well, thank you so much. I mean, I'm glad you commented on the $100 million man because it's a lot of money.
It's a sad story what's happened to little Joe Rogan. He's just a little man. He's taken a lot of testosterone and a lot of anabolic steroids and things to keep himself maintained. And
a
he's
lot of
real.
mushrooms.
He's well, no. He hasn't taken a lot of mushrooms. In fact, I've sat over him many a time when he's allegedly doing psychedelics and he doesn't do enough to break through. He's never even smoked enough DMT to even get the elves going one iota. I've never seen, they've never gone to him. He's such a pussy. Because he's little. He does it by BMI. And we all know he only weighs 3.33 kilograms. And he says, I only need this much DMT. I don't need more because I'm small. You guys know that. We keep telling him, you need to do more, Joe. You can do more. You can become one. And then he goes on the stereo, radio, whatever you want to call it, on the podcast. And he tells everybody to go and smoke it. Well, I can tell you for a fact, when Joe Rogan eats mushrooms, he eats 3.33 milligrams, not 3.33 grams, okay? Kids, this is not a man you want to listen to. He's a little elf, and he's akin to a fairy or a gnome, something that you would put in your garden, not someone you take life advice from, okay? But anyways, I've rabbled on. I've had about 23 bombers tonight, and this has been a good night, and it's nice to hear from you, and Godspeed, and that's something the locals taught me to say good night. So, good night.
99, and thank you so much for singing your praises about what the Megs and Stews podcast were essentially up to these days.
I've been watching you guys, but I've been sensing, because I'm not taking in media, but I know that some people are carrying on the message, and they've seen through the spell that I taught, or that I preached. Yeah, I didn't practice what I preached. I haven't had mushrooms since 1988, brother. Since 1988. That was the last time I did it. They made me give those speeches. I was like Michael Jackson. They told me they were going to make me black. They were going to make me black if I didn't do it. So I kept telling everyone, 5 grams in the dark. Do you get it? 5 grams in the dark. I don't know if you're picking up on what I'm putting down, but it's been a long time. Everybody, you're fine how you are. You don't need to see that shit. Okay? Good night. Terrence McKenna. Hyde Meggins. Stoops. We're here for you. Just give us a call.
See you next time.